What is going on, everyone? My name is Mitchell and I'm with Springbrook Marine Group Chicago. I'm currently standing on our brand new 58 Sirena that me and another captain just picked up in the Port of Cleveland and delivered up here to Bay Harbor, Michigan. This was a beautiful trip and my first time kind of documenting a video of this style, so if you have any suggestions or anything that I left out, please leave that in the comment section below. This vessel is currently listed for sale. All of that information will be down in the description below, as well as my contact information. Enjoy the video. What's going on, everyone? Behind me is a brand new 58 Sirena that just got unloaded from the freighter in Turkey. We are currently in the Port of Cleveland, and the final destination for this boat will be Lake Charlevoix on this trip. So it's going to be about a 2-day trip. We are currently in the process of cleaning it all up, taking all of the covers off and everything, making sure that it is all ready to go before we set sail. All right, you guys, so the plan for today, it's about 3 p.m. right now. We are about to depart from the Port of Cleveland here. We're about to head up and get fuel, and then we will hopefully be in Lake St. Clair by later this evening. We just fired up the motors. I have Captain Lee with me. He's gonna be running the helm, and I'm gonna go fetch the lines for him, and we're gonna get underway. We are underway. We just tossed the lines. The bridge right here is opening up for us, so we're gonna go ahead and pull the boat underneath there, and it is turning into a beautiful day out here. So as I mentioned, we're on our way to the fuel stock right now. All right, you guys, so we're at our first fuel stop now. We're expected to take on about 650 gallons here. We are taking on the fuel right here. So here we are on the bow of the boat, and we have all the covers on. We normally travel with all the covers on as we don't want to get the cushions any more dirty than they already are. So here we are. So here our fuel level, we pulled in and it was about 25%. Now these Sirenas do have a kind of connector between the two tanks. It's not as fast as this is the side that we're actually filling, but as you can see, this side's going up as well. So we pulled in with about 25%. The capacity on these is about 950 gallons between the two tanks. So I'm estimating we're gonna take on about 600 gallons. Excellent, so we just completed our first fuel stop, 624 gallons total. Pulling up the fenders right now. Lee's switching over from the aft docking station to the main helm right down here, and we are underway. There is some slight thunderstorm chances, but I think we're gonna be okay to cut right through them. Right here on the back deck, finishing up the last of the lines. Making sure that these are all tucked nicely out of the way here. Now we are about to head out and get up on plane, so I'm gonna head up to the flybridge here also. Just make sure that everything is secured down, all the covers are buttoned down. Everything looks good, and it's a beautiful day. This is amazing. Captain Lee at the helm, just pulling around the corner here, departing Port of Cleveland. Been underway now for about 20 minutes. Here's kind of what the helm setup looks like. We have the autopilot engaged. We have the radar spun up here as we're monitoring storms in the area, as well as if there's any other vessels out here. The visibility is phenomenal today, though. It's a beautiful day. We are avoiding 2 storms. One's over here and then the other's over here, so that's luckily just a beautiful path right here in the middle for us. Autopilot engaged. We have the Seakeeper on. Our Humphrey automatic trim tabs are engaged. Here's some engine data for you guys to check out. As I mentioned, 80% engine load. Here's some of our temperatures, the RPMs, as well as this is putting us at about 26 miles an hour. We have another screen down here running some more engine data with our rudder indicator, and again, that's automatically adjusting to hold the heading per the autopilot. So it's a beautiful day out here on Lake Erie with the 58 Sirena. A little bit of waves, but nothing that this boat can absolutely not handle. Alright, you guys, we've been underway for about 2 hours now. I don't know if you guys can tell, but we have definitely entered into a little bit of a storm. We are getting some light rain. I'll go ahead and flip the camera around here and show you guys what we're looking at. Alright, so it always looks about 10 times better on camera than it really is. But we're probably dealing with about 3.5 footers out here. Just a lot of chop, not too many rollers. As you can see, it's pretty dark over there. But we are over here, so nothing too bad. You got the sunshine over here. Sorry. There we go. Here's what we're looking at here. We're about 20 miles from the inlet here. So once we get over into this area, hopefully the waves will continue to get better and better as we're actually going into the wind. So hopefully that is the case. All right, about 30 minutes has gone by since the last time I checked in with the camera here. Still same, if not a little bit more worse. We're probably up to about 25-mile-an-hour winds right now, and we're in, what would you say this is, 5 footers?
5 to 6.
5 to 6 footers. Ooh. Wow. All right, so we're gonna head back up. Alright, you guys, so we're just making it into the mouth here of the Detroit River. You can see we got the markers on either side. I don't know if you can see the green one way up there. And then we have a red one right over here, passing this lighthouse. You guys, just getting into the river system here. Very cool, as it's just a tree line that just goes all the way down here. I'll zoom in for you guys. Super cool. Just past the tug. So we have about 20 miles till our destination. With a cruising speed of 25 miles an hour, we'll be there in just a little bit under an hour. This is kind of a janky dock.
Yeah. Well, goodbye.
All right. All right, guys, so we made it here just off the Detroit River. We pulled into, I'll get the name of the marina in a second, I'm not exactly sure. We're just finally rising up some of the lines here. A little bit of an interesting dock, so, you know, we're just putting some extra lines here to be sure that the boat's gonna be okay. Oh, smokes. Yeah. Heads up.
Let's, there's a cleat over here.
You wanna run it forward or you wanna run it backwards?
Let's run it to this one.
Okay.
Because this is actually a cleat.
Well, there's a cleat up there.
Oh, is there? Okay, yeah, run it.
All right, that's what we're looking like. Day one, we are here. So the rest of this evening, we are, I think, gonna go into town and get a bite to eat. But check this out, this is beautiful. Beautiful, so we got two bow lines coming off here. Probably tighten this one up right here. But absolutely beautiful. A little bit of wind was coming in, not too bad. So we are calling it a day right here. This was an awesome day one. Yes, we did meet some weather, but you know, handling it in the Sirena 58 is super fun. And I honestly like pushing these vessels to the limits a little bit just to see what they can do, and it's always impressive. So as of right now, me and Captain Lee are about to go head into town, and we're gonna get some dinner, and we'll check back with you guys in the morning. Good morning, you guys. It is about 5:30 a.m. I am super awake right now as I just took a shower, but I forgot to turn the water heater on last night, so it was a cold shower. But I want to show you guys really quick what we're looking like, 'cause it's a beautiful view as we have the sun coming up right behind us. I'm going to go ahead and fire up the systems and get the Sirena ready to go for today. Check it out, absolutely beautiful sunrise over across the Detroit River. That's actually Canada over there. So we're going to go ahead and get this all fired up. Go, so navigation lights, wiper bumpers, autopilot nav instruments, and VHF. Here we go. These things I start barking. Alright. Another thing that I always do is I always open the engine room and check the engine, just a visual inspection, because I mean yesterday we just essentially doubled the amount of hours that were on this thing already. So, and these are brand new motors, so it's good to just kind of check them out, make sure that everything looks good before we fire them up again. All right, so we're down in the engine room now. Just do a good visual check. No leaks, no oil. Everything looks good in here. Let's go ahead and get them fired up. All right. Get the Seakeeper fired up as well. The ignitions are going and everything right now. I did wake up a little bit earlier than we talked about, so I really hope that Lee doesn't think that the boat is getting hijacked right now, but it is just me. But check this out, this is absolutely beautiful. We are about to depart from this marina and head back north on the Detroit River and head towards Lake St. Clair. It's gonna be a beautiful day, absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead right inside of here and make some coffee. Also, we forgot to pick up cups yesterday, so you gotta make ends meet. Absolutely beautiful morning here. So we just moseyed our way through this little channel over here. As you can see our breadcrumb, this is right where we docked. Now we're coming right back on here onto the main channel here on the Detroit River. As you can see here, we have the Detroit Bridge up there as well. Beautiful morning here on the Detroit River on board the Sirena 58. Gonna go ahead and bring it up to some speed here. Just getting up in here into Lake St. Clair, right here at the base of it.
Trigger down.
So you guys, we are just getting into Lake St. Clair right now. It is 7:45, so we've been underway now for just a little under 2 hours. I'll show you guys what we're looking at here. So we are at a slow cruise right now as we are passing some fishermen, but essentially we are right here at the base of Lake St. Clair. We're going to follow this shipping channel up right across the lake until we get up into here, and then we're planning on fueling up in Port Huron, which is right here. So once we hit Lake Huron, once we hit Port Huron, we're going to fuel up there, and then we will be up and out and hopefully make it to Mackinac City by this evening.
direct Coast Guard, Sector 261232612 on Channel 16. With immediate questions and answers to Alpha Golf 107.
Just exiting Lake St. Clair here, heading up the river. Next stop will be Port Huron. So we are about to pass this cargo vessel, which is cargo vessel Gwen. I went on marine traffic and I identified their call sign and I radioed to them, letting them know that I was going to be passing them, kind of asking for like respectful permission to be passing them along their port side. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. We've been following behind this gentleman for probably about 6 miles now, but just due to us having to slow down, as I mentioned, we have not been able to catch up to him. It also says the speed, which is kind of cool. He's cruising at 10.9 knots, and we just picked up to 24, so we're gonna go ahead and pass him here. So this is pretty cool. It looks like this cargo vessel Gwen is carrying windmill, like wind turbine kind of blades. That's pretty cool. So this is why it's important to be paying attention even when the autopilot's engaged, because if you were to hit something like that floating log, that can really put an end to your day. All right, so we are about halfway between Lake St. Clair and Port Huron. So it is about 10 a.m. now. We will be up there probably right around 11:30, noonish. All right, you guys, we are just pulling into Port Huron here. We are filling up. We're about to turn onto the Black River. I'll show you guys what we're working with. So here we are, and here is the entrance to the Black River, where we are going to top off with our fuel. We're at about 50%, so once we top off here, we'll be pulling out onto Lake Huron, and that'll be plenty enough to make us the rest of the day. You guys, Lee is setting the fenders out right now. We are dealing with a pretty strong wind coming out of the north, so we're gonna go ahead and get this boat in there. So we are pulling out of Port Huron after a very successful fueling operation. We took on about 470 gallons. Now we are heading out into the lake, and it does not look super pleasant. Captain Lee is at the helm. I might take a nap. I'm not sure what's going on now. I'm probably gonna make something to eat light, and I'll show you guys what exactly we're looking at. You know, they say it never looks rough on the camera, so it really does.
Those flags are sheets, Dad.
Yeah, that's a better example, probably. Oh, shoot. So we just made it outside of the Port Huron pierheads. We're still in the shipping line. We're about to make it out here to open water, and then we will. It is a little rough out here. I'll show you guys. Just kind of riding the waves over. That was a good one. Nothing too bad. The boat is definitely not hitting hard. As you guys can hear, there's no slammings, but it's just doing a really good job at shooting the water off and kind of cutting right through. So it's a nice time to use these hand railings up here. All right, you guys, quick update. Not much has gone on other than I got absolutely soaked on the bow of the boat from going to have to retrieve one of the cushions before it blew away. But we are out here right now, and the weather has absolutely turned, as well as we are heading directly into the waves. So we've made the appropriate decision for the boat's sake and just for well-being of the trip, as this is a very unpleasant ride at the moment. We're going to be pulling into Port Sanilac, which is luckily right there. So this happened at a great time. All right, you guys, so we just pulled into Port Sanilac. Unfortunately, with the weather conditions and the waves and the vessel that we were on, it just was not a good match. We encountered some waves up to like 8 or 9 footers out there, so we tied up here in Port Sanilac, and we're going to be here until further notice. Looking at a really early morning departure, as kind of essentially based on the wind at this point, as to what we can take, because not only could me and Captain Lee handle that, but we don't want to put the vessels through anything that is beyond its limits or what it's designed to take. So at the moment, we're here in Port Sanilac. We're going to go get some lunch and just kind of reassess. Good morning, everyone. It is day 3. We are currently in Port Sanilac. It is about 5 a.m. The sun is rising right on Port Huron. This is absolutely the most beautiful time of the day. I'm getting everything fired up right now. I'm going to turn on the radar and get everything fired up, as we are going to do a very early departure, as we are going to cover about 270 miles today. So hopefully ending up in Harbor Springs, and it's going to be a beautiful day. Beautiful morning here. As we are about to depart Port Sanilac. Super calm morning here, so we're not really dealing with wind or anything. I'm gonna bring the bow over for Lee a little bit here. Oh yeah. Oatmeal. All good? This is honestly like my favorite part of the whole thing, is like the really early morning departures, because one, the lake is flat, and two, I mean, the sun coming up on Lake Huron, like it's just the boats, the sunrise, it's just absolutely beautiful, as well as it's absolutely no bullshit. You wake up and you are moving, so I like that. Now there was a shallow point that I remember seeing coming off this ledge over here, so we're going to take this kind of wide out. Coming in yesterday, but absolutely beautiful. You guys, me and Captain Lee just pulled out of Port Sanilac. I'll show you right here where we are on the map. So we are right there on the thumb, Lake Huron. So other than that, I will update you guys probably on our crossing of heading towards Alpena. Maybe I'll capture some of this beautiful sunset for you guys, because it is absolutely beautiful. Sunrise, it is sunrising. It's also 4:30 in the morning. so I want to go over kind of some of the engine data really quick for those. We are going about 28 miles an hour. We are running a little heavier at 85% engine load. The reason for that is we are trying to get off of Lake Huron. It's very beautiful right now, but sometimes when the sun comes up and the temperature starts changing, this lake can get angry quickly. So we're just trying to do our best to absolutely get off the lake and get up and around closer to Alpena. So with running at 85%, that's putting us at 28 miles an hour, and we are burning about 34 gallons an hour. This is off of the starboard engine, so there's two of them. So with that being said, you're gonna be at like 75, 76 gallons per hour burn. So 76 gallons per hour burn, running at 85%. At 28 miles an hour. So to equivalent that, that's about 0.8 mpg, 0.8. I just want to do a little update for you guys. It's about 7 a.m. Obviously, we are still on Lake Huron. So here is exactly where we are. We're about to kind of do this crossing up here towards Alpena. Other than that, with the temperature rising, the winds are starting to pick up. It is getting a little bit rougher out here, but we haven't had to turn on the windshield wipers yet, so that is still a great sign of a great day. All right, we are just here pulling into Presque Isle. So we are going to go ahead and pull right in here just to give you kind of an idea of where we are at. Lee is putting on the jacket because it is freezing outside. What did you say the temperature was? 50 degrees outside, but beautiful up here on the Michigan shoreline. I mean, just woods and... All right, so we're here at Presque Isle, which is honestly a place that I love to stop for getting fuel. It's very remote, as you guys saw on the graph, and I'm gonna show you guys the town here as we're gonna go get a sandwich. A good mentor of mine, Captain Dan, showed me the spot last year, and I absolutely loved coming to it. It's just, this town literally consists of, there's a post office and a like grocery store, and then that's it. That is super small. All right, so we are here fueling up. Not much going on here. Very quiet. So this is Presque Isle. So as you can see, there is, I'm not exactly sure what that is, but I think this was a restaurant at one point. It has not been open since I've ever been here. And then you have a deli store. And this is the DNR facility in Marina. It's actually a super nice docks and fuel system and everything, but yeah, very small town.
Walking him in a buggy. Yeah, it was awesome. How about that? Isn't that crazy?
They have super good menus here. Just really good sandwiches and pizza. Other stuff. Really good selection of meats too. Honestly, this store is kind of a one-stop shop. I mean, it is truly a one-stop shop, as it is the only stop in this town. So. All right, so we're just leaving Presque Isle. Captain Lee's at the helm. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the fenders, and we're gonna get the show on the road. Just like that, boom, we are underway. This Presque Isle place, seriously, I cannot speak good enough about it. I'd really like to come up here with like a like an actual car or something, because this place is just super cool, and like, I don't know, it's very quiet, and I don't know, I think it's cool. Other than that, beautiful day though, absolutely beautiful day out here. Bugs can go away though. cool lighthouse out there on the, sorry, the gimbal is kind of difficult. Pretty cool lighthouse out there, but yeah, just absolutely beautiful. Here on the fly bridge, give you guys kind of a cool view. But yeah, looks like there's another gentleman coming in. Absolutely beautiful. Presque Isle, thank you very much. See you next time. Do wish the weather was a little nicer. Driving from up here is absolutely fabulous. I love driving from the fly bridge, but unfortunately it's just so cold out. Quite a bit of room up here too on the 58. All right, so we just departed Presque Isle right here. So now the plan is we're gonna shoot on over here, go right underneath the Mackinac Island, obviously underneath the Mackinac Bridge, and then we have to shoot out here, all the way out here through this channel system. As you can tell, it's very well marked, but there is a lot of shoals and just light groundings and odd and what areas. So if you're ever traveling through here, is there a name for this? I'm pretty sure there's a rock. I'll have to think of it. But yeah, we'll follow it down through here, cup down in here, and then boom, we're right in to Harbor Springs. And it is a beautiful day. The lake has absolutely cooperated with us, and it has continued to just get better. So it's a beautiful day out here, and we pretty much have the place to ourselves. So it's been about 3 hours since we departed Presque Isle. It is about 2:30 right now, and the bridge is right in front of us. Check it out. You can barely see it on here, but it is up there. We're coming for you. Lee, you know how far we are from the,
I'd say probably about 3 miles.
probably about 3 miles from the bridge. The lake has absolutely laid down. I'm gonna step outside for you. It might get a little loud here, but that's okay. Awesome. Super cool. And right over there we have Mackinac Island. As you guys can see, the Grand Hotel. Fun fact, that is the world's biggest deck. Odd fact, but yep, the Grand Hotel has the world's biggest deck. So, yeah, closing in here. Really cool. Got a ferry boat over here, I think. Not exactly sure. Yeah, it looks like they're going underneath the Mackinac Bridge, so just a little bit longer and we'll be heading under it. right, so we just made it over the bridge. Obviously, we have about 16 miles until we do our turn heading down. We are now in Lake Michigan, obviously, but we can't just turn immediately left here. As I showed you guys earlier, there's kind of a directed route that we have to go through. So we're about 16 miles from that, and I'll show you guys what that looks like, because this is really good information to know if you're planning on doing this or like crossing through here. You can't just go about this area. Even though it's way out in deep water, there are still shoals and almost borderline like reefs. So it's a good marked area and good to know. So right there is the buoy that marks us to be able to turn south. So as you guys can see here, we just made that turn, and there's the buoy marker right there. Then we go right in between here. As you can see, that it's not super shallow in here, but 18, 22, I mean, and you are just in the middle of this kind of connecting area here. Oh, it's Gray's Reef. That's what it is. We are almost there. The tip of the peninsula is right there. Out, so we're heading into right in here, so we are getting really close, and we have made it to Little Traverse Bay. Very cool, doing the final turn right in here. So we're gonna be heading right over there to Irish Boat Shop. So you guys can see it right. Oh shoot, just got super. There we go. Amazing. What a cool trip. And that kind of concludes the trip on board the 58 Sirena. This was a super easy, quick, beautiful delivery. Other than the waves yesterday, those were a little crazy. But we are here at Irish Boat Shop up here in Harbor Springs in northern Michigan. Irish Boat Shop is a company that we've partnered with to take care of some of our service for our customers up here who have the Pardos and the Sirenas and everything. It's a great asset for them to be able to have someone who's quick and accessed right here who can take care of any problems that they need or come across, and they've been super phenomenal to work with.